showed up. And of the six five of them showed up. And of the five who showed up, he had a chance to explain what he wanted to do, how to connect people and just to make people more social. And after he had broken down the plan of what he wanted to do, surprisingly, only two of them said, "Hey, okay, I think this will work. I'll do this with you." And three of them walked out of the room and they said, "This thing doesn't make sense. It will never take off. It will never go. How can you connect people?" And we are 2 decades down this project that started about in the year 2004. And this is actually the story of how Facebook started. Mark Zuckerberg had the idea. He called his friends around, and two of them are the people who started Facebook with him. Those two people, this is 2 decades down, and Facebook is now the biggest platform ever to connect human beings in the world. And Mark is now a multimillionaire. The two people who went up with him are also multimillionaires with him. The three were interviewed here a couple of years ago, and they are still in regret for not taking the step when it was an opportunity to take a step into. So today you have also been invited, and congratulations for showing up. Now you're one of the five people who are here to hear the plan and what the idea is. Now, I hope at the end of this presentation, you would be able to make a decision, an informed decision, because trust me, guys, technology is growing in astronomical ways. Anything that is being run on technology, especially in relation to AI, and AI has to do with everything about storage. Every single thing about storage is AI related. And if you are on in a part of the world and you are using the digital spaces, creating data, there's no way you should not be part of this. There's no way you shouldn't see this and jump into it at the time where it is still an opportunity. Because in the next few years, I mean, from what I've heard from my CEO, it's only about 55% or so of the population that are aware of what is going on now. The rest of us are just consumers. And if you don't take your advantage now, it's just a matter of time and you may be behind. Let me stop sharing. It's being funny over here. Let me share again. So let's get into the conversation and then I can hopefully guide you to see what you have been invited to take a look at. Please, if you can see my slides, put a 2 in the chat for me. Let me jump into it. It's Saturday morning, so we won't spend too much time here, but I hope to break this into it. All right, so let's start. We're going to have a conversation and you're going to be hearing me say GotBackup a lot. And thanks for the comments and responses you're putting in the chat. I appreciate it. You're going to be hearing me saying GotBackup a lot because that's the focus of our discussion today. So you're welcome. If your dreams haven't become reality, the dreams you had for 2025 are not yet a reality. Trust me, it's time to turn those dreams into reality. So whatever it is that your dreams are, trust me, GotBackup is here to solve those dreams. There are two dreams GotBackup solves. One is the digital dream. I mean, people are taking so many photos and videos this time. And the funny thing is, they are taking a photo and then memory full pops up, and then now you have to delete and just create space to take even more videos and photos. Or if you're unlucky enough and in the fun and the excitement, your phone should fall down and crack, and then you lose everything on your phone or in the haste of getting things done quickly so you can just jump into the next activity, perhaps your laptop goes off, you lose data and people are really losing data. GotBackup is here to solve that one problem of data loss. And then the other part of the financial dreams, because guys, most of us want to live in our own homes, like build the house that you actually want to live in that community you really want to live in, or perhaps yours is traveling the world. He has done seeing Ghana. Now, yeah, we want to explore and see the beauty of creation. And truly, there's beauty beyond the borders of Ghana if you're joining us from Ghana. Or perhaps you're still building your family, but if you see the cost going into raising that one, two children, you just want to end there. But I mean, we're given a mandate to dominate the world. So why should the funds be the one controlling that? Or we are preparing for when work ends. You're preparing for when you don't have to go to work again. How are you securing yourself for that time? Many of us are workers, and as for age 60, it will happen to all of us. The thing is, how are you planning for that? At what income level I retiring? Because many of us cannot tell how many more years we will live after we end our jobs. And things have changed since the mobile phone happened, since the internet happened. The way we work has changed. Work has now moved from the physical buildings to virtual spaces. And there's no way you can have a device in our time and not be making income from your phone. GotBackup is here to leverage those things, to turn your dreams into reality. I hope I can break it down for you in the next few slides. It's here to empower individuals, families, businesses, organizations to achieve their dreams. When it comes to organizational dreams, now everything is digital. You don't want to lose your files. You don't want to lose your documents because those things help you to build trends. So you can even project into the future. Those things become your legacy. So other people who come into your organization can build on. For families, for individuals, we all have personal data. We all have personal information and things that we want to keep safe. I mean, this Christmas, memories have been made for families. What if you can look at it 10 years down the line when your children are even older, 5 years down the line? We don't even have the ones that our parents created for us because there was nothing to store it. But now digital storage is becoming something that we cannot do without because everything about our lives is happening on those bases. GotBackup is here to empower you on that same level to achieve those dreams because you have a work ethic that you are using to build, should I say, the work that you are doing with your organization or for your company. That same work ethic, that same commitment, that same drive, this helps you to build something that is for you and for your family's legacy. Who are they about? What is GotBackup about? GotBackup offers you one, a secure storage space with at unbeatable prices, plus a unique, lucrative strategic partnership program. In fact, it's your only ultimate, ultra secure cloud, personal cloud storage space ever. Plus, the strategic partnership is the only being offered in our time. Where did they come from? Let me tell you a bit about the organization. So GoBackup is owned by Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunities is a software development company, internet marketing company, also multi-million dollar, fully owned company that is currently in Texas, USA. It started in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada in 1997. The organization is almost 20, it's about 28 years old. They've been into providing and building service for organizations to store their data. In the 1990s, organizations were using these floppy disks they put into a desktop computer. At best, a high-ranked organization will have their own in-house server to store their information. That's what they were previously into. In addition to providing solutions online for bulk emailing, for creating leads for organizations, this is what we've been doing for almost 28 years, building service, helping people back up their data. But somewhere in 2007, they needed more space to even create more storage spaces. Well, now digital storage was now moving from the hard storage things, we moved from the diskettes, the CD, DVD, pen drives. We're moving now into cloud storage, and there was a need to have a big data center. So GoBackup fully owns its data center. It's a 10,000 square feet data center, which sits in Texas, USA. I'll show you a video of it very soon. So the organization is 28 years old, but 2 years ago, 2023, they birthed GoBackup. GoBackup is a cloud storage service. It's the newest and the youngest, the latest, yet the fastest growing cloud storage service currently in the world. And I'll show you how it's growing fast. So that's how the organization is. It's 28 years old. GoBackup is 2 years old. They've been into this business. GoBackup is backed up by a team. Mostly when they say something is virtual, people are wondering, is it AI running it? Is it human beings running it? Is it being grown in some small corner somewhere in the world? GoBackup is backed up by real human beings. The CEO, Mr. Joe Tyrion, he's the CEO of GoBackup, and Miss Virginia Antonova, his wife, who's the Chief Development Officer plus Operations Officer, Mr. Mike Hotvin. I had the privilege of meeting Joe and his wife just last couple of weeks ago. They came to Ghana. They came to Ghana for a purpose because GoBackup is growing so fast in Ghana that the activities here, they needed to come make it even more solid and get us running more on this on this project and the service that is providing. So it's backed up by real human beings. It has the fastest support system. I don't know which other cloud service has a support system like GotBackup does, and technical people behind the solving the problem, and actually has Tara. Tara is the video spokesperson for GotBackup when it comes to explaining all the other things that you need. GotBackup is also backed up by a board of directors, real board of directors. These people give the information, the knowledge that is needed to run a cloud service, plus the other part that is attached. And you can see there is a Ghanaian on the board. He's the only Black African Ghanaian on this board. And that gives me and everybody on this project in our part of the world some surety. Because mostly when a service comes, a new service, a new product, a new project, people want to know who are those behind it. Do we know the human beings behind it? Well, for this particular one, we have a Ghanaian sitting on the board, and he's a professor in 4 universities across the world. One in the University of Ghana Business School. I had the privilege of sitting under his tutelage, and that's at the point in time I got to hear about this project. He's 2 universities in the UK, one in South Africa, the University of Ghana Business School. He's into AI, cloud computing, data analytics, machine learning. This is his space. That's why he found himself on the board of directors of GotBackup, plus all these fantastic people who also have technical and other abilities to run a cloud storage service. So this is the physical location of GotBackup. In case you want to check it out, you can take a screenshot of this, put this into Google Earth, you'll find it. You see the facility there. It's a 10,000 square feet data center. And if you've not seen a data center before, give me a few minutes so I can give you a tour of what happens inside the GotBackup data center. This tour was done by the CEO himself, showing us what is in there, because people want to know, people want to see when something new comes so they can have surety of it. So I'll just take a pause here. Let me play a video of the data center, what is inside GotBackup, and then we can continue from there. Give me a minute, please. There's my video. There it is. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure, and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
Welcome to the
Back to the digital age. So that's a tour of the data center of GotBackup. I don't know whether you have seen a data center before. I just had the privilege of enjoying that recording done when I had a chance to see this video. So that's what happens inside data center. That's how secure your data is with GotBackup. Let's box on. So why cloud storage? I mean, why are we having this discussion at all? Guys, now more than ever, our world is even more interconnected, and we're generating so much data at unprecedented rates. The stat said we generate approximately 402 million terabytes of data every single day. Trust me, I'm sure this December we've generated even more data because there's so many events happening, so much content is being created. People are taking videos, photos, uploading onto social media platforms, and that's where we find ourselves spending most of our time nowadays, because all our interactions now happen on social media. Take it in every, I don't know, industry, even in healthcare. Healthcare is now going digital. We're storing everything on electronic health management systems. Banking, you don't necessarily have to go to bank physically. Everything is happening on your device. Purchasing things, clothing, shoes, food, transportation, everything about our lives is really happening on virtual spaces. Even education, school is happening online. People are in Ghana, they are in universities in Canada, in the UK, in different parts of the world. All of this is data being created. And all of this data must be stored somewhere. It must be stored on some platform somewhere, because I mean, you know a little bit about science. Energy is you cannot destroy it. You have to convert to another form. So data is needed. The storage of data has become very necessary and very crucial in our time. But in our time, there are just about, when I checked, under 20 services providing data storage for all these millions of terabytes we are generating. And AI, since its advent, runs on stored data. So everything about AI is going to happen with data that is stored. And data storage sits right in the middle of everything happening in our world. That's how data has become like the new oil of our time. And now with digital storage of the data we are generating, I don't mean internet data. I mean photos, videos, documents, files, not internet data when I say data. There's boundless opportunity in data storage, because every transaction, every click, every video produces data that is fueling a whole economy around us, that you cannot have this device and not partake in it. That's why this conversation is crucial at this point in time. And there's a whole move, there's a train of data storage opportunity moving with GotBackup, and you need to see and be part of it. So GotBackup leverages on two trends when it comes to this discussion, two massive global trends. We'll go into it. The first one, the number of smartphones in the world. There are about 15 billion smartphones in the world. And that was even at 2021, about 4 years ago. 2025, the projection gave us 18.22 billion smartphones. It gets even bigger and better as the years go on because we're using the phones for more than just mobile, for making calls. We are using it for literally everything. And it's not a respecter of age group or status, whether it's in the villages or in the cities, whether it's for the old or it's for the young, whether it's on the marketplace or in the high ranking office, everybody is using a smartphone. We are using it for everything related to life and livelihood now. It is so bad that someone would rather leave their wallet at home than leave their phone at home. I mean, if you leave your wallet at home, you'll be fine in our time now. But if you leave your phone at home, you'll be cut off, literally. You'll be more stuck than leaving your wallet at home. That's how much the phone has become close to us. And for everything that there's a good market attached to it and high demand, financial success attached to it. That's why everybody doing something related to the phone now is succeeding. Everybody doing something to the phone with the phone is succeeding. But let me prove how reliant we have become on our mobile devices now. Because now everybody is a phone addict. I mean, forgive me to call you an addict, but we are all become phone addicts because we use the phone in addictive ways. For instance, Stat says that we over how many percent of us, over 65% of us, I'm sure this will even hit 100%, check our phones more than 160 times in a day. More than 160 times in a day. Over 80% of us use our phones as an alarm clock. Now we don't even use our watches again to check time. The phone has become the tool that we use to check time. Most of us, over 90% of us, will feel uneasy if we left our phone at home and then we got to work or got to our next destination without it. In fact, you will not even enjoy yourself there. Many people also take their phones to the washrooms. Over 73% of us use our phones in the washrooms. And now people spend more time in the washroom because of the phone. They are done with business, they are there scrolling, checking messages, laughing, watching videos, all because of the devices. That's how close we have become to our devices. And we cannot do without it. So we take it to all places. It's by the poolside. It's on your car bonnet. It's at all the dangerous places that you could ever think of a phone to be. And the devices are so delicate. So the first things we do when we buy our phones is you buy a case and then you buy a screen protector because you want to protect it from getting damaged, you know. So we protect the outsides of our phones, but how about the things inside? You can always get a new phone, but when you have not protected the things inside your phone, then there's trouble. Because now it's not enough to have a high spec phone without having the backup for that phone. You can have a 1 terabyte phone. What's the backup for it? If the phone gets lost, if the phone gets stolen, if the screen cracks, what happens to the things on your phone? So data loss is actually growing at the same rate at which we are creating data. We are taking so many photos and videos. I told you the millions of terabytes we are creating, but we are losing it them at the same rate, all because of how delicate the device is. Stats says about 45% of cell phone users have actually accidentally, nobody intentionally wants to lose their phone or crash their phone. It always happens by accident. And when the data losses happens, it really cuts the heart. It's really painful because you may not get them back. It says about 5,000 screens, 700 screens are cracked every single hour. Every hour, someone's phone is cracked somewhere. I mean, I'm sure if you looked on your phone right now, there are some cracks there. And a laptop or a cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds. It's scary. And when that happens, it goes along with data. So people are looking for solutions. What if you could store your things off the devices, off your laptop, off your mobile phone, so that no matter what happens to them, you still can get access to your data? People are looking for solution. GotBackup is one such huge solution. Already, we are not the newest people offering this solution. I already told you we are the newest kid on the block for data storage because billions of people are already using some cloud storage of a form, but they are switching to GotBackup. A lot of people are switching to GotBackup. I switched to GotBackup. I use two iPhones and I have a Windows laptop. I'll tell you how come I switched. So iCloud is also a cloud storage service. Dropbox is a cloud storage service. Google Drive is a cloud storage service. There are about 15 of them around in the whole world, 15 for all the storage that we create. Google Drive has at least 1 billion users across the world. iCloud, I think it's about also close to 1 billion users across the world. Dropbox, last I checked, about 750 million paying users across the world. But people are switching to GotBackup. Why? Because GotBackup is offering something unique that the others are not. The newest kid on the block came with other solutions that the others do not give. And that's why people are switching. And I'm happy you are here. And I hope at the end of this, you will switch too. So, why are people switching? A couple of things. In fact, a number of things, over 15 reasons why people are switching, but we'll just touch on a few of them. Because when you have to use something that offers you the same solution like something you're already using, there are two things you look at. And when it comes to digital storage, two main things come up: the price, the size, and the security. We'll talk about those things, and then I'll tell you what else GoBackup offers. So about the price, just compare it. It's on the screen. GoBackup, when it comes to cloud storage, it's a subscription-based service. It's either annual subscriptions or monthly subscriptions. Most people go for annual subscriptions because it gives you a better deal on irrespective of the service provider that you choose. GoBackup offers on its annual subscription 6 terabytes of space. 6 terabytes of space. Already with that, the competitors do 2 terabytes of space. So when it comes to annual subscription, GoBackup is even offering you more space. 6 terabytes. 6 terabytes is 6,000 gigabytes of space. All the others on the screen do a 2 terabyte space. So GoBackup for size, we are the biggest. But then just to compare size for size, okay, because the competitors also offer about the same. Okay, I see a question there. Give me a minute. I'll attend to the questions at the end. Okay. The competitors offer 6 terabytes also, but then at different rates. So look at how 6 terabytes for GoBackup compares with the others. 6 terabytes on iCloud is about $419 per annum for 6 users. Dropbox for a single user is about $50 per annum. Google Drive for 5 users, 6 terabytes, about $302 per annum. And GoBackup does 6 terabytes for 6 users for approximately $100 per annum. It's $99.97 per annum. And it's 6 users, which means you can share with 5 other people. They all have their own username, their own passwords. Nobody's data mixes with anybody. Everybody has their unique space. You don't interfere with other people's data. And it's $100 per annum. This is the most cost-effective cloud storage space you can ever get because it's 4 times cheaper than iCloud at the same price rate. It's 3 times cheaper than Google Drive and Dropbox. And on annual subscription, it gives you bigger space than all of them do on annual subscription. It's 6 terabyte space. And there's actually even more. This 6 terabyte space is not just there for one operating system. It works on multiple operating systems. So if you have Windows, you have MacBook, you have iPhone, you have Android, irrespective of which one you use, GoBackup works on it. I have 2 iPhones and a Windows laptop. I've been able to back up 2 Windows laptops onto the space plus my 2 iPhones, which in fact wouldn't have happened with any other cloud space. I mean, that's how flexible GotBackup is. And you can use unlimited devices if you have 2 phones, 4 phones for that same one account. I mean, there's single sign up entry anyway. But for that same one account you have a GotBackup, you can back up all your devices, your phones, your laptops onto the devices, and the system will let you know which devices are there uniquely. They don't mix up on the system. Is it secure? You heard it from the video. It's that secure. GoBackup uses the advanced encryption standard 256-bit patent, the military-grade encryption to secure your data. What does that even mean? Many of us are on the chat platform WhatsApp. So let me use that to explain. WhatsApp, about a year ago, was a 32-bit encrypted chat platform, which means that each of us has a 32-character long key that any hacker who has access to it can get into your account and then have access to all your information on the chat platform. About a year ago, people were being hacked recklessly on platforms. So WhatsApp upgraded their security to a 64-bit. Now your key length, which is a combination of alphabets and numbers and symbols, is now 64 characters. The hacker must guess each of them correctly to be able to get into your account. So the more the bitage, the higher the number of bitage, the more secure your data is. In the whole world now, nobody has been able to crack a 128-bit key length encrypted platform or service. GotBackup gives you 2 times that security. It's a 256-bit. It's called the military grade encryption because that's the level of security the US military uses to back up their data. And that's how secure your things are with GotBackup. So it's not less, it's not cheaper, relatively cheaper because they've compromised security. It's cheaper and it's as secure as the others that you use. So if you're using Google Drive and Dropbox or iCloud and you've not asked what kind of security they are using, GotBackup is security set 256 and it's the highest ever that you can get. There are other protocols that also secure your information as you upload and download from your cloud to make sure that nobody who is phishing onto people's information gets access to your data. And that's how secure your data is. You can access your data anywhere in the world. I mean, if your laptop should crash right now, in fact, there's something about GotBackup service that in fact I must say. When it comes to laptop devices, GotBackup backs up to the C drive of your machine. It literally clones your machine, which the others do not do. They just back up some folders on your machine. So if your laptop should crash now, because of its hourly incremental backups, within the hour, you should be able to get your information back. And it is not a story. I had a personal experience of it. There was this one Sunday a year ago when my children took my laptop to go download Sonic 3. I mean, if you're a parent, you know you watch cartoons. And we're planning to go see that cartoon at the cinema. But then they couldn't wait. Someone at church showed them some link to some websites they could download it from. So they tried it that Sunday afternoon. And hours on end. In fact, they brought the laptop back in. I just knew the system, my laptop had been hacked because it was just loading and loading and loading. And when it came back, safe mode, no icons, nothing could be clicked. That was the end of that laptop. If it was you on a Sunday night when you were preparing for work on Monday and your work laptop has been crashed, I mean, that is just crazy. It will just blow your mind. But then I remembered I'd already backed it on my GotBackup. So I quickly logged onto my husband's laptop and went into my cloud space, and there everything was there to the last hour when I used it. And that's the kind of peace of mind I have with GotBackup because I don't worry about my laptop because so long as I'm using it, I'm connected to internet, I know everything that I'm doing is being uploaded by the hour on that space. And that's the same for your mobile devices too. There are other advanced plugins with GoBackup which you don't have on the other cloud platforms. Just the same way you can work on Google Drive. I mean, you can work on Google Drive and Google Docs and the rest. GoBackup has a similar system, but on GoBackup system, there's speech to type. There's an AI system in there which can read your documents for you whilst you do other stuff if you can't keep attention to your eye, but you can listen. There's translate to whichever language of your choice. If you are working in with partners who are not Anglophone, they are Francophone, you can actually translate the document you have written into French and just send. You don't need to do it one by one. The system will just do it for you if you would give it the command to. It has something called co-editing. If you are working with people even in the same space, Ghana, say you're all in Ghana working on a document, and this is good for those who do research and other collaborative work, and you need to edit a document. You don't need to email it for the person to edit. You also email and edit. You guys agree on a set time. Share the document link to everybody. Co-editing is available. You can see the people edit live as you also edit, and in just the same space of time, you can get work done. There's so much more to GoBackup than the cloud storage service. So it's $100 per annum. It works on multiple operating systems. It works on, I mean, Windows, Mac, iPhone, Android. It gives you 6 separate accounts. It's that secure and it's just $100 per annum compared to what the competitors give at 6 TB per annum. So this is just about the service GoBackup offers. I mean, I think I've spoken about this. And this is just to hammer the fact that on annual subscriptions currently, our competitors are doing 2 TB, one account, one operating system. Many of us don't use iPhone, MacBook, iWatch. No, most of us have multiple operating systems. That's where GoBackup comes in to give you a solution with bigger space, multiple operating systems, and 6 accounts, which you won't get with any other cloud service. The security I've spoken about is PCI compliance. payment card industry compliant means your payment cards are secure when you purchase with GotBackup. The same way you can purchase on Amazon and other platforms with a card, GotBackup has the patent to keep your cards secure. It's the only one that gives you a 30-day money back. If you use the service 30 days, you don't want it, you can always ask for a refund. And trust me, few people have come in and gone back out because it gives you unbeatable value beyond the service it offers. It also has this email system built in for you, where you can send up to 20,000 emails with the click of a button. You can personalize those emails so that each person who receives it gets it in their name. So if I'm to send you all Happy New Year, which I can automate right now, with GotBackup system, I can actually just create the email in my system, pick all your emails also, use the algorithm within the system, set it for 1st January. 7 a.m. is good enough for people to wake up to an email. And then the algorithm will literally send it to you. And I don't have to type, hello, Alex, hello, Alfred, hello, Eugene, hello, Gerald, hello, Senyo, hello, Lillian, hello, Prosper. I don't have to do that. The algorithm will do it by itself. And then you can just receive it on Christmas Day. And these are just additional services GotBackup has put in to make it more efficient, make your work even more efficient. So if you're someone who have to email people bulk, you have customers, you have, if it's a school, you have teachers, you have parents, you have classes, whatever you do with emails that go in bulk, GotBackup has a system for you, and it's not even charging you for this. This is a $0 per annum added to your cloud storage service. This is just unbeatable value for what it's offering for $100 per annum. But then this is what GotBackup is aiming at, that you should never ever have to lose or delete photos just to create more space, to create more memories. Your device is for collecting and creating the memories. I mean, don't store your devices there. You should never ever have to lose your data again, ever, when you're on GotBackup, because over 98% of the work is actually even done for you. You see, just like I don't know whether that's on other platforms. On GotBackup's platform, your photos, videos, and documents, in fact, photos and videos, which primarily occupies your phone, when it's backed up onto the cloud, it's actually puts them into the years in which they were taken, the months in which they are taken. You don't need to go and organize the photos into year by year, month by month. The service, the system does it for you already. And that's just peace of mind. You just have to do the 2% of setting it for your primary and the first backup, and then leaving it for internet to do the upload from your device to the cloud, so that no matter what happens to your phone, your laptop, your smart device, you don't have to lose your data. And it's fast taking over the world. The product was launched barely 2 years ago. We are getting into our 3rd year come 2026 April. And GotBackup currently is in 162 countries in just 2 years. I don't know which product or which service runs that fast if there's no demand for it. People were already looking for a service that will give them more space, more flexibility with the operating system, and give them the peace of mind so they don't need to lose their information. Plus, the added benefits GotBackup offers. Ghana got onto the project 3 months after it was launched. Barely 3 months after it was launched, July 2023. And in July 2023, well, we came in as country number 82. Already 81 countries are taking the lead with this service and this project because people were already looking for, and they had found it. And Dr. Peku Ohinyasari, the Ghanaian on the board of directors, is the one who got us onto the project of GotBackup. I have two very special partners on my project who opened Liberia and Senegal to the GotBackup projects. And perhaps you may know them. I think Mr. Burgess on the call and his wife, they opened this to the project. And just to put perspective to this, there are 195 countries in the world. GotBackup is painting the world blue with its service. We are in 162 already. There are barely 34 more countries to be covered with the GotBackup project. And perhaps you'll be the next person to open a country to GotBackup. And that's how fast people are switching to use the service of GotBackup. But it gets more exciting. And I would play a video before I explain this to you. So give me a minute, so I'll show you how the second trend GotBackup leverages on ties into this. But then you watch the video first, and then I would get into it. I would address your questions at the end of the presentation. Hopefully, the presentation would do that for you. But give me a minute. Let me just play this video, and then I'll jump into that part.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
Let me play this.
Imagine this. You wake up one morning.
Welcome
Let
to
me
the
play this again so you would pick the key points in this before I get into the second part.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
Imagine
Cloud storage is the new oil of our time. Every click, every transaction ties into this space. And the space is $1 billion space. The size of the cloud market of the world is in billions of dollars. It didn't start from millions of dollars and grow into billions of dollars when the trend took off. The trend took off about 3 years ago, 2022, with $90 billion being generated in cloud storage in that year. And this is data from Statista 2024. And in fact, the data for this year, the projections have even changed. I may have to change even my slide because it keeps getting bigger. 2023, they did $108 billion in revenue for the cloud storage markets. Just these 18 players who are helping the world to store their data away from their devices so you don't lose it. 2025, the projection for us was $165 billion. I saw the stats for 2025, and it is over $400 billion, even in 2025. But then, if we to follow this trend, in 2030, it was supposed to be $500 billion being generated in digital storage. 2030, that's in the next 5 years. But already now, we've already hit the over $400 billion in digital storage. That's how much demand and how much people are paying to store their things on cloud spaces so they don't lose their data. This is what's happening, and all of us are participants in it. Because when it comes to memory full on your device, it's two options. Either you painfully delete to create more space. I hope you didn't do that this December with all the memories you are creating. Or you upgrade, you pay for more space. And trust me, no matter how small you are contributing to this, you're also contributing to the space. And no matter how small you are paying for cloud storage, GotBackup is still the most cost-effective one compared to the others. But then just focus on the trend. This is the trend happening, and we are participants in this trend. But none of the cloud storage services gives you a chance to take part in this. But let me break it down a bit so you can understand what is happening with this. Because if you're participating in something and start to give you some information that you can benefit from, perhaps you would look at it in a different way. So let's assume this graph we're seeing ahead of us, in front of me, is the graph for, let me use my friend's example, charcoal. We all know charcoal. If I told you this graph was the graph of charcoal in the world, the demand and the space of charcoal and how much they are generating, and it's in billions of dollars. And I told you that this is the year 2025, and a bag of charcoal, per what has been projected, a bag of charcoal which is being sold for 100, let me use Ghana cedis, 100 cedis a bag. The projection is given in the next 5 years, that same one bag being about 1,000 cedis a bag for charcoal. If you had a business mind, or you were privileged to be in a conversation like we're having, and you heard that charcoal, a bag of charcoal in this year 2025, which is about ending, in the next 5 years, a bag of charcoal will be 1,000 cedis a bag, and you are someone who has the eye to see opportunity, like I believe all of you here are, what decision would you make now which will make a difference for you in the year 2030? What decision will you do differently? What will you do differently with the information you are getting privilege of hearing now? That will change something for you in 2030. And perhaps you can put it in the chat, because I know the kind of ideas people have come up with. For most people, they would immediately start charcoal business because they know in the next 5 years they'll cash out. Some people said they would build warehouses. Some people said they'll go into planting trees. Somebody said you go into making sacks because people will need to bag their charcoal. But this is cloud storage. This is cloud storage, which needs millions of dollars to build an infrastructure to even plug in. I mean, this is the reason why Elon Musk will not just do Tesla, but he will also get X in addition, because data is being generated in that space, and data has become the new oil. This is the reason why Mark, after Facebook, will purchase WhatsApp and purchase Instagram, because so much data is being generated there, and all that data is being stored in those spaces. This is the reason why Facebook, earlier on in the year, announced that if you put your live video on their server for more than 30 days, you start paying, because they are also storing that for that period. This is the reason why Snapchat is telling you that you can't keep, they are going to start charging for you to keep your photos. And this is what is feeding into it, because billions of dollars are being generated in there, and we are partakers of it. But we don't get a chance to be part of all that is being generated there, except with GotBackup. And trust me, there's so much happening with this with GotBackup if you have the eyes to see it. And this is the second trend that GotBackup leverages in, because there's this quote that keeps recurring in my mind since I heard this about this, that a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. Let me use two fruits. A slice of a watermelon is worth more than a whole grape. Many of us are working in something small. GotBackup gives you a chance to partake in a slice of $1 billion industry, and they are the only service that does that when it comes to this space. Because from the video, you heard them say, partner with us, and we would together do something. But I'll jump into that part from this slide onwards, because we are about to do this again. We did it January 2025. Another January is coming. We're going to start making resolutions to make more income, do something to supplement what we are doing, something that will give us passive income, a side hustle, something that will expand our income so we can live better. Because throughout the year, it's been clear, I mean, since COVID happened, that we cannot live on one income stream. And you can't have a device and not be making money from it in our time now. You can't just have a device and be working in the old economic era. The old economic era is what our parents worked in. 8 to 5, 8 to 5, and that's all you have. If you don't go to work, you don't make an income. But the new economic era we find ourselves in is one of leverages and partnerships. Leverages and partnership. This is one such leverage. This is one such partnership that GotBackup offers each and every one of us who uses one of these devices. And I believe all of us on this call do. Because in our world now, over 42% of Americans are doing side hustles. I mean, we think that America is the land of the dreams and everything, and people are doing more than one thing there to make the ends meet. There's Gen Zs, they know this, they understand this. Many young people are doing something on the devices. You know, sometimes you see them living their, how you call, lavish lives because they found strategic partnerships with opportunities like this, which make them earn so much income on these devices, just working from home and working on their devices. It's a trend. It's already taken over the world, and I hope you can see it, especially with digital storage and where it's going. And GotBackup lends you a hand to participate in this same drive. So next year's resolution will not be the same as you did. So next year will be much better than this year was because you have a backup system, a backup to your incomes. GotBackup leverages these two trends. One, digital storage is already on demand. AI and all of that runs on that. And people need it. That's why the trend is just growing astronomically. People are paying to store their data. On the other hand, people are working from home. It's the new trend, and you can't have a device and not work from home. GotBackup puts these two together, and they are the only cloud storage service that pays you to use their service and be an ambassador for them. It's a strategic partnership GotBackup offers because GotBackup wants to touch the world with their service. They didn't come for superstars. They didn't come for tech giants. They didn't come for IT people. They're using ordinary people like you and I who use a device, who may have lost data before, who has multiple devices and could do it a bigger space. Because you may think 6 terabytes is big, but you're creating data every single day. GotBackup wants to reach over 1 million users, and it invites you to partner with them whilst they reach these people, and they are willing to pay you for that partnership. Because look, I don't know how your December has been. I don't know whether you are done with what came in as a salary for December. This morning I was on one of the platforms and the video was your December salary is for January. Oh. Your December salary is for January because December 99th will come, 99th day of December. I mean January. The 99th day of January is coming. January is so long because most people are spent. They don't have any backup system. Yes, you have a device. You have a device that you are using to take and scroll and make memories, but you're not earning from it. I hope this will be the last year that you spend with your phone and not earn from your phone. GotBackup gives you a chance to partake in a lucrative partnership, and I'm going to jump into it right now. How do you start with GotBackup? I told you the annual subscription with GotBackup is $99.97 per annum. That's for the service alone. But to be part of the strategic partnership, please just add the $20. $20 extra to be part of the project and the strategic partnership. So it comes to about $120 per annum. 119.97 for a whole year. For a whole year. And in this 365 days, I'm going to show you if you will take the steps that you're supposed to do and learn the crucial little things you're supposed to do to start earning with GotBackup, you are going to see how $120 translates to $500 a week, $1,000 a month, $22,000 a month, however you want to run this, because this partnership rewards you in remarkable ways for just partnering them for $120 per annum. So let's see how $120 translates. Okay, I'll come back to this slide. GotBackup pays you in 7 ways, 7 amazing ways. It uses a two-team tree structure. It uses a earnings that it gives you for recommending people to use their service. I'll speak about 2 of the earnings, the customer acquisition bonus, and then I'll do the cycle match. And then I hope some might have some top leaders on this, I would invite them to share their experiences with you of what GotBackup is doing with them and the impacts they are making with GotBackup. So let's talk about the first one, the customer acquisition bonus. What does that mean? Customer acquisition bonus. Just the same way someone referred you to the best fried rice place, the best kebab place, the best hangout place this season, and you've been hanging out. GotBackup says, recommend my service to your friends, your loved ones, everybody who has a smartphone, everybody who has a device, everybody who could be losing their data. And I would actually give you some earnings for that. I'll split the subscription cost 50-50. Give you 50%, I take 50%. For each person you recommend to use GotBackup gives you $50. $50. So how many $50 can you make in a week? It's unlimited. There's no cap to how many people you can recommend for GotBackup in a week, in a month. And ask yourself, if you started this project now, how many friends can you tell about GotBackup even before the year ends? I'm sure many of us will say about 5 or 10. That's $500, please. $500 for recommending 10 people to use the service. If you do 20, that's $1,000. And you started this project with how much? Just $120. And just in a week, you could be in profit mode because you've recommended the service of GotBackup to people and they've actually subscribed to the service. Once they subscribe, within seconds, $50 hits your account. And if you live in an economy like mine where exchange rates fluctuate, that's a good time to hedge against inflation, which is ever growing in my part of the world. This is dollars you're going to be earning wherever you are in the world. And this doesn't even limit you to your immediate environment. If you have friends and family abroad, they may be in Canada, USA, Turkey, wherever they are in the world, just recommend the service or GotBackup to them. GotBackup is willing to pay you $50 for that recommendation. That's like additional value for money. And that is just on the annual subscription because GotBackup has other solutions too. The enterprise pack, the slide I skipped, which is for organizations which need bigger space than the 6 terabyte GotBackup is offering. So if your company needs, say, 20 terabytes, GotBackup offers it at the most cost-effective rates, and it is $600 a year. I mean, I have a friend who's on $400 a month for the service he's on for backing up his company data. This is $600 for a whole year, and you get 20 separate accounts with it. And for this recommendation, GotBackup still gives you a commission for it. It's 25% on the enterprise solution. 25% of $600 is about $150. So you'll be making multiples of 50s, 150s throughout the period of the year you subscribe with GotBackup on this annual subscription. See, $120 is just the price. The value of it is way bigger. Sometimes don't look at the price, look at the value of what you're getting beyond it. And this is just customer acquisition bonus. 1 out of the 7 commissions you earn with GotBackup. There are others. This one is paid on a weekly basis. It's paid every Friday to you. The others are monthly commissions, and these are team bonuses because it doesn't depend on only you. It depends on the entire global family. GotBackup gives 75% of its profit month on month. I always say 75% of profit made in the month as additional bonuses to its partners all across the world. So 75% could be of $1 million this month. It could be of $500,000 next month. It's just what is made at the end of the month. And GotBackup also uses, these team bonuses, let me explain it later. It doesn't depend on only you, like I said. So if you recommend the service to other people who also want to do the strategic partnership with you, you get to earn from those people also. And GotBackup uses precious metals to acknowledge ranks. How to go up the ranks is predicted. There's a system that globally we all use to get up the ranks. And if there are golds and sapphires and emeralds popping up in the USA, similar is happening in Ghana. In fact, no matter, it depends on how you work your projects. You could just get up the ranks in a day, in a week. Depends on how you want to get up the ranks. In fact, one of our partners in the US started the project, and in 43 days, he was a diamond up here. 43 days, he made over 7,000 US dollars in those 43 days. I mean, how to get up the ranks is how it depends on how you work your project. In our traditional jobs, many of us do not know how to get up to get a promotion. And you could go do 5-year courses or 4-year courses and still come back, and what the promotion even brings you is not even worth all the time and energy you put into what you did. In fact, last month I was quite broken when some nurses of mine, I'm a medical doctor, told me, hey, they are getting their promotion. They had gone to school, done their degrees, and had their degrees now from various universities, and we're excited about promotion. I was like, okay, good. So you are promoted to a rank. How much earnings is it coming with? It just broke my heart, and I don't even want to talk about it. But here, as you go up the ranks, it comes up with additional incomes, and these are still incomes in US dollars. I'm going to speak about the SAFA because it gets more exciting from SAFA. If I asked you how many friends you would recommend GotBackup to in a month, perhaps you can put a number in the chat for me. How many friends do you think you can recommend GotBackup to? Because the service is just mine. It's just, I don't know, it's a no-brainer service. It's the biggest piece, most cost-effective, all operating systems, plus it gives you a chance to even make income, tap into the billion-dollar industry that it sits in. Any office, perhaps. Or let me just use what my friend said. He said you do 4 a month. So 4 recommendations a month is fair. I mean, it will take you a bit of time to get up to Safar, but you eventually get there. So it's like, okay, assuming it took you 6 months to become a Safar with your 4 a month, and 4 a month price about $200 every month. It's not bad income. 4 a week was what he said. Sorry, 4 in a week. For a week, yes. That's $200 a week. I'm like, it's not bad. That's about $800 a month. You can convert that to local currency, see how much earnings that is. But let's get into the Safar. So assuming I'm using his example, that's if in 6 months, that will be perhaps more than 10 people in a month. But just for ease of calculation, I'm going to use 10 people to explain this bonus that has been highlighted here, the cycle match bonus. And as a Safar, like I said, you get up the ranks, you get entitled to all these other commissions that are coming down your way. Leadership starts from Ruby. I'm a Ruby on this project, by the way. So, but let's talk about Safar. So, cycle match, what does it mean? For each person you recommend to GotBackup service, okay, if they are doing the project with you, you get to leverage on what they also earn. And cycle match is where those leverages start becoming palpable. But then, of course, tier 1, tier 2 cycles, you also leverage from people who are already in the organization, and in fact, the entire organization. And you could be earning from 20 to about $200,000 with the system that has been set in place. But let's go into the cycle match bonus. Okay, so cycle match, you earn on the people you've recommended. So let me use 10 people. So as a Safar on the project, cycle match says you are going to earn 25% on each of them, 25%. So I'm using 10 of your friends, and I'm using an estimate of $1,000. And if each of them was earning $1,000, it may vary. Some may be earning more than 1,000, some may be earning less. Maybe someone is doing 200, someone is doing 500, but let's use 1,000 for ease of calculation. So if each of them is earning $1,000, right, and you're a Safar, you're going to be leveraging 25% of that earning. 25% of $1,000 is $250 times 10. 250 times the 10 of them, that's 2,500 US dollars on cycle match as a Safar. There's a match cap. This match cap here is to ensure that the system doesn't break. This is a project that is run on percentages, and I like percentages because it's just fractions of something that is big, a slice of something big. And cycle match means you cannot earn more than 1,000 on each person. So that's, if it's 25% of 10 people, that is 250 times 10. That is 2,500 on cycle match bonus alone. What if you become an emerald? And there are some emeralds on this project. Congratulations, guys. I'll show them to you soon. There's some, if you become an emerald, say it took you another 6 months to become an emerald. Now you get to leverage 50% on the earnings that your friends are also making. 50% of $1,000 is $500. 500 times 10 becomes $5,000. The same applies, just that the cap changes as you go up the ranks. Same applies for Ruby. $5,000 on cycle match for that particular month of earnings. But it gets better. When you get into the diamond tiers, now you start earning 100% of whatever they earn. So if they earn $1,000 times 10, that's $10,000 for that month for you. And mind you, people in Ghana are already earning $10,000 on GotBackup already. I'll show you some receipts, and so you can see it's not just being said in space. So I don't know what you do now, what you've been doing throughout the year. I don't know which backup system you have for your incomes, and I don't know how you can see the next 5 to 10 years of what you're doing currently. I know the industry I work in healthcare. If I project 10 years, 5 years into healthcare, I don't know when a medical doctor will be earning $20,000 a month or $200,000 a month. But this is tech. I don't know which industry you work in. Maybe it's banking, maybe it's education. I don't know what industry you work in, but this industry allows you to dream again. Like those dreams that you let go of in your childhood, go pick them up again. Because $20,000 a month is possible here. $200,000 a month is possible here. And you would be offering people a solution they already need. This is not something that is coming here today and is going tomorrow. The mobile phones are getting more sophisticated. People are building and generating more data. Data storage is on high demand. I can't see this going anywhere. This device going anywhere. I can't see digital storage collapsing in any other way, at any point in time, unless we stop creating data, unless the mobile phone disappears, and I can't see it disappearing. This is a project that I can't see an end in sight. And this is the only service that allows you not only to use it and back up your data, to also earn from it. In this cloud storage space, GotBackup is the only one that allows you to start earning $15,000, $20,000. I mean, for many of us here, like my friend Calvin will say, the chances of making $100,000 in our lifetime, we can't even see it. That dream is realized with this strategic partnership with GotBackup. I told you it's $1 billion industry. We are just starting. We are barely 2 years old. The number of people using GotBackup is barely 100,000 people across the world. Our competitors have millions of users. People are yet to see this project. They are yet to see this service. You are the ambassador helping people to see this service. So if even 1,000 people switch into GotBackup because of you, you can only imagine the earnings you are going to be making with GotBackup. And trust me, people are already switching increasingly across the world. And GotBackup is just starting, and it just keeps getting bigger and better and better. How to go up the ranks is projected. I mean, everybody knows how to go up the ranks once you are on the team, once you are a partner with GotBackup and you're on the project as a strategic partner. How to go up is pretty straightforward. You'll be taught, you'll be trained, and every single person has equal chance to go up the ranks. We currently have a double diamond in the world, and in Ghana too. We have a diamond in Ghana, ruby, emerald, sapphire, all the ranks down there. Some in Ghana, some are even on this call. We have one blue diamond across the world, and everybody has a chance to go up the ranks to become a black diamond. Maybe it will not happen today for you, but in the next 3 to 5 years, if you could be earning $20,000, $50,000 a month, what would that be for yourself, for your family? And it starts with one decision at one opportune time, like this one. Support is provided. Whatever you need to make this work, to make this grow, is provided. First of all, you have your own personal link. GotBackup doesn't work through any other person's link for you. You deal directly with the organization. You have a personal link once you register on the project. You have your own personal landing page where you can see all the tools you need to do this project. You don't need to go and build one for this. It's already built for you. The email system I spoke about, you have access to it. It's inbuilt for you. Specialized tools. Is it flyers? Is it videos, recordings? Anything you need to grow this is provided already in your virtual office. Online presentations, Once you are on the platform, once you get signed on to GotBackup project, you're going to be put on the various platforms, the global platform with the CEO, the local platforms, whichever platform, some on WhatsApp or on Telegram, so you get informed on when there are going to be presentations, and you get to plug in your friends, family to also come hear this education, whilst you also learn more and more to be able to do this by yourself. Team training and support is provided. Trust me, if all you have now in your heart is the dream to be part of this, but you don't know how to work this, just start. Training, how to do this, how to present it, you'll be supported. I came off a background of nothing related, purely medical. I had to learn how to do all of this. And if I can do it, I believe you can do it too. Personal development provided. It's mind blowing, the kind of things about how to live life the right way, which is not taught in the classrooms, how people are succeeding. Because on this project, we have millionaires and people from different walks of life who are already winners in that spaces, and they will teach you the things that they have learned to make you also succeed. The community networks and partnerships, mind-blowing. The quality of people you meet on this project, doctors, professors, people from business, people from every cadre, which helps you, sometimes it helps you to break some protocol when you need to go to meet someone or some accesses. You get all of that on this team and on this project, and it's one of the blessings that you cannot put value to when it comes to the kind of how we live and work now. It's all about partnerships and links. Who knows you also. So support is provided on this project, and this is how we are growing the project. So $120 per annum. For just $120 per annum, the value that backs it is simply mind-blowing. Besides the space, besides the email systems, besides the peace of mind you get for backing up your data, you get to be part of a community who's also helping people to also back up their data and also build some good wealth, good income, partnering the biggest piece happening in our world now, the cloud storage space. And GotBackup is the only one that gives you an opportunity to earn from it. So this is a service, first of all, every single person who has a device needs, a smart device needs, a project everybody can afford. For $120 per annum, I don't know which business project you can start in which part of the world with $120 per annum and get the chance to be earning multiples of that. Now is the time to get started. I started this presentation saying, guys, it's time to turn your dreams into reality. You need to go dream again. Because with this strategic partnership, not only will your dreams come to pass, your dreams of your families, your legacy, everybody around you, maybe it's your church, maybe it's your community, maybe it's your school, whatever you are into, those dreams can be realized. I've spoken about this a lot. I won't get into it. This is a US-based project which helps you hedge against inflation, gives you time to do other things that you love. It's a low start. You don't need any experience, training, everything will be provided for you. So the question is not the best time for you to start backing up your data and earning some income, develop yourself and build some global connections, or later? I'd say now is, once again, another year is rounding up. You can't keep doing the same things you do every single year and expect something to happen differently. A couple of years ago, I also saw this, and I decided to take a step, a risky step, people will call it, and see what happens with technology. And the things I've learned with technology, I don't think technology and digital storage is going anywhere. Has my life changed? In incremental, mind-blowing ways. The things I've learned, the earnings I've made, the connections I've made, there's no way I could have made it by myself if I had not partnered something as big as this. And this is the time for you to also make that decision to change something now than later, because it is only an opportunity when few people know about it like we are in now. Very soon, the whole world will know about digital storage. And in Ghana, if you are here, we are barely about 1,000 people, a little over 1,000 users of this project, or people who know about cloud storage with GotBackup. You are one of the early birds still. The best time you should have started this was yesterday, but you have another chance today. now is another best chance for you to start this project. Here are a few people who are blowing this across the world with partners all over the world. Let me start with the one on the board of directors. He's my lecturer, and should I say the reason why I found this project. He's on the board of directors of GotBackup, and the reason why we got to see this project at this time in the life of a technological project, because trust me, when it comes to tech and stuff, Africa and where we find ourselves, we just come to use it when the rest of the world have been using it for years and decades. But now we get to start this with the rest of the world. So if multi-millionaires are going to be made in cloud storage, we have a chance to do that. And you can only imagine the impact this will be for our people here. So let me acknowledge, I hope they are on the call. I may invite them to speak if they are still on the call. Let me see. I think all right, okay, a couple of them have dropped off. So you have and the interesting thing is none of these people are technological giants. They're not IT people or people who have tech. They're just people with a passion to help the next person to back up their data. They're just people who saw an opportunity and a service that they needed and partnered it and decided to go with it. So I would end here and thank you for your time this Saturday morning. And I'll say speak to the person who invited you to the call, and we are more than ready to welcome you on board to help you get educated on this, as you also invite people to get educated on the project and the offerings that GotBackup is giving to every single person who has the eyes to see where we are going with this project. So thank you so much for your time. Maybe I should show, since I mentioned that some people are making some earnings with this, let me just show you something just to, so it's not like I'm just saying things that do not exist. Where's that one? Let me get that slide there.